Hi there, my name is Nathan, and this is Welcome to the Human Experience. And today I was just thinking about how sometimes right now, this current moment, it feels like we're literally living in a nightmare. And I just wanted to highlight some of the things that have come to my mind that I think embody this this problem that we're facing within ourselves, within society. If you need a pill to lose weight, there's a problem. If you can't concentrate for more than 5 seconds, there's a problem. If you have your basic needs met like food, shelter, and you're in a safe environment, etc., and you feel anxious, depressed, stressed, there's a problem. If you think that you have to buy something or do something to complete yourself, there's a problem. And I'm going to use some examples from them lists of why it's a problem. So if you need a pill to lose weight, the reason I'm saying there's a problem, what would be the reason you're overweight? Look at the high street. It's full of junk food. Even the things that claim to be healthy, like cereal bars and protein shakes and all these things, really and truly are not healthy. That's a problem. Obviously, the type of work you might do, there's a lot of sedentary kind of office work. That's not helping your weight management, yeah? There's no activity. So again, the way we could tackle these problems is the government need to implement stricter policies and regulation on food and what is available to us. If I go, for example, in the UK on a trip somewhere, say I go to another city and along the way I want to stop off for fuel or I want to get something to eat, the options are limited. All the service stations seem to be full of junk food and junk snacks like crisps, chocolate, energy drinks. Why is that? Why is that? There's no reason why all them fast food joints can't have and sell healthier food or be a totally different store. There's no reason for that. That is by design. So maybe you're overweight and unfortunately that don't sound great and it's not a great help to you right now, but by design of the system. Poor quality food. We've eliminated all the external factors. It could be yourself, yeah? As in you have bad habits or a bad relationship with food that you need to solve. And that can be through support, get some kind of help from a dietitian, go to your doctor, speak to them about what kind of things are in place to help you, not meds, but like what you can do to help yourself. Also, there's time. If you have no time to cook, then you're probably not going to cook something healthy. You're going to whack something in the oven. It's going to be processed. It's going to have a lot of nasty things that are not good for you. Or again, it's going to be more kind of palatable. So you're going to eat more than you should. And these things are going to contribute to you being overweight. The concentration one, let me move on to that. If you can't concentrate for more than 5 seconds, or you can't listen to someone in a conversation for more than 5 seconds without being distracted or your mind wandering, there's a problem. And we know what it is if we're honest with ourselves right now. It's our devices, yeah? We're watching very short form content that is grabbing our attention with quick tidbits of information or very kind of dramatic stuff going on in it, very kind of shocking stuff going on in it. It's not really reflecting how day-to-day life is. Some things are really boring and mundane, like talking to your friends and family. But there is a value in that because it's creating connection. And it's not to say that you always need to be entertained. Sometimes you need to sit with your thoughts or someone else's thoughts. So yeah, the reason you can't concentrate is again kind of by design. It's what you've been fed, all this crazy entertainment that is unrealistic. The dramas, the special effects, the sound, the high definition, all these kind of things that are just the colors, the actual thing that it's light, coming into your eyes. It's just, we're like, I always think of as I just got this thought in my head that sometimes we laugh at moths like flying to the light. But really and truly right now in society, if you look in the street, if you look into someone's living room. Obviously, don't look too stalkerish, but if you do, generally passing by, you know, when I'm walking my dog and that, all I see is these eyes fixated on a light, which is the screen of their phone, of their tablet, of their TV. It's just crazy. We are moths, basically, without wings. This is the thing that I'm saying, like, what is the root cause? You know, with the pill to lose weight, what is the root cause of the problem? You don't need the pill, you need to solve the root cause. With the not having more than 5 seconds of attention span, you need to solve the root cause. It's not necessarily that you are ADHD is what I'm saying, or you have your neurodivergent and you don't fit in. Not that you have to fit in anyway, but it's like, what is going on with the system? Yeah. What is it doing to not help you be able to focus, basically? That also moves into when I said about being anxious and depressed, despite all your basic needs being met. Why is that? Because society is putting these unrealistic expectations on us. The bodies we should have, the relationships we should have, the careers we should have, the parenting skills we should have. You know, it's all just too much. You know, like, how can we have these great careers, great relationships, great family life, great friendships, travel the world, you know, have all the material items that Amazon is selling us? Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, something has to give. And what is giving right now, I feel, is we're projecting this lifestyle that we want to show that we're living through the media platforms mainly, and through our external, the nice car, the nice house. Most of the time, these things are on credit, we're in debt, or if we're not, we're doing another dangerous thing of overworking. We're doing 50, 60, 70 hours, and they're calling it hustle culture, but all you're hustling for is to fill someone else's pocket the next time you buy a holiday, the next time you buy a flashy watch, a car, a new item of clothing, a new trainer. That is all you're doing. You're just basically selling yourself to buy something for someone else that they don't even buy themselves. Yeah? It's crazy. I think of this also and I'm going to do a video about this, about the aesthetic industry. Now, a lot of the time, the plastic surgeon that is doing the treatment on these people, they don't even have it themselves. So they're literally selling you something that they know you don't need. But what is the thing? You are probably vulnerable because no one has took the time to say that you're beautiful, that you're enough the way you are, that people are different. There's not one beauty standard. Yeah, we shouldn't just all have flat foreheads. Like, having a few wrinkles and creases is normal. Either it's part of the aging process or it's just the way your skin is. And for me, I think a lot of my wrinkles are like laughter wrinkles or smiling wrinkles or whatever. They're not stress lines, basically. So I'm just proud of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, the world is making us think, this is why I said it's like a nightmare, that we're not enough, that we're not doing enough, and that it's constantly on this hamster wheel of more, more, more. Hustle, do more, be better. No, just be yourself. That's the main thing you should take away from this video. Be yourself. Be comfortable in your own skin. And you're not going to feel like that every day. And it's not an easy thing. I'm not saying it's easy with all these things like losing weight, concentrating and all that, because the system is geared up against you. But what I'm saying is, don't let that be the excuse why you feel the way you feel. Yeah, look into it, look into yourself and say, why am I not enough? What is the root cause of these thoughts, of these feelings, of the way I am? And we have to counter it nowadays. What I say to one of my friends is that nowadays we've moved from the jungle as such, as in being these primitive people in trying to survive in nature, because nature was looking to get us with a lion or a bear or a wolf or something's there, to being in the urban jungle where there's the salesman, the plastic surgeon, the junk food outlet that is trying to entice you. Like, there's all these things that you can become victim of, all these addictions. Look at gambling, look at the need for energy drinks, the need for a coffee shop on every corner. They're just feeding you a drug called caffeine. Yeah, the energy drinks are just feeding you sugar and caffeine. The gambling establishments are just feeding you a dream. It's against the odds. And why do you need vast sums of money to be happy? They're just selling you a false dream. There's always time for a good quote. And this, again, is always helpful for me to kind of sum up what I've been trying to say today. And the quote goes like this: your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Be mindful of the things you put into your body emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And yeah, final thing I'd like to say is just change the unhealthy habits. You know, change the way you are consuming certain goods, whether it's products, whether it's, you know, entertainment, even the way you spend your time. Don't let the phone take up all your time. I know it sounds like a contradiction talking on this, but I do think if you use things, even like a phone, a tool for good, then it's not a problem. It's when it's becoming addictive or disruptive, you know, keeping you up at night. You don't go bed because you're doom scrolling. That's the problem. Using your phone for emails, for photography, for connecting on social media, for Zoom calls, anything that is practical and helping your life is not a problem. Yeah, it's not a problem being on the device, it's what you're doing. So yeah, that's all I've got time for right now. And welcome to the human experience, and see you next time.